Taylor Fitzpatrick was supposed to be the next great NFL quarterback. After leading an underdog Virginia Tech team to a national title his senior year in college, he tore up the NFL in his rookie season and led the New Orleans Saints to a Super Bowl. But when driving home after an off-season party, Taylor got into a tragic car accident that nearly killed him and medically ended his football career. So he turned to a career as a coach and eventually ended up landing a job as an offensive coordinator for Utah State. Taylor was hoping to bring a powerful air raid approach to try to win the Mountain West in his first season, and while he inherited a terrible offensive line, the Aggies had some solid skill position players, including a few speedy receivers, a quick running back in Robert Briggs, and legendary former Iowa quarterback Spencer Petras. Taylor's ultimate goal is to become a head coach at an elite Power 5 program, but to get a job like that, he'll have to prove himself as a coordinator first. Let's go ahead and get right into his first season with Utah State. We're going to be running a unique offense this season. Out of the UNLV playbook, they got a ton of fun stuff here, and Spencer Petras starting it out with a completion. One beautiful thing about this playbook is this go-go formation. Double halfbacks on one side of the field is crazy, and we can do a ton of interesting plays out of it. Spencer Petras is by no means a triple option quarterback, but we're going to try it out here just for fun, and this is actually going to set out beautifully. Our running back gets into space, and this offense churning on the first drive. Gotta go punch it in here. We're going back to our go-go formation and hitting our halfback out of the backfield. We're looking good here, just got to capitalize, but not enough time to make a throw on that one. All right, we can't waste a drive here because I have no idea how defense is going to go, and Petras, not a lot of time, but gets it out to the zig, and we get in there for a touchdown. A perfectly orchestrated first offensive drive. The Utah State boys looking to take it to Notre Dame. Our starting running back has 92 speed, but I'm a little bit worried about the blocking he's going to have. Okay, third down here. Let's see what we've got. Petras is going to step up in the pocket, but one thing about Petras, man, he is an absolute statue. Seems like our receivers might have a little bit of trouble getting separation, and the pass blocking might be an issue. We don't have an offensive lineman over 80 overall, which is also going to make running the ball very hard. We'll have to rely on quick reads from Spencer Petras, especially in this game, but we're going to make one here, and our receiver holding on to it. Believe that's our 95 speed boy. The receivers are definitely the strength of this team. All right, huge 3rd and 4 here. Let's see what we've got. I'm just going to take the drag. Can we hold on to that? All right. Look at Petras, 7 for 8 to start out the game. He's been so much better outside the confines of the Iowa offense as a coordinator who can actually scheme guys open and will pick up a big time first down. We've been moving it on the Irish without really establishing the running game, and the zig route has been money. Petras is going to get it out, and look at our big tight end breaking tackles and getting into the end zone. Taylor Fitzpatrick's offense is humming, and defense has been getting more stops than expected, but that was a risky throw. Gonna have to try to pick up a 3rd and 10, and looks like man coverage. I'll hit the zig, and oh man, this is close enough. I'm going for it. Okay, I'm gonna try a little load option. We'll see if the go-go formation can come through for us, and we pitch it out and get the first down. Our wide receiver has to block a little better than that though. All right, man, that's a beautiful play. Exactly what we were looking for, and I was waiting for the back out of the backfield. We take a sack. Pressure continues to be an issue, and we're gonna get it out quick here. Wish I could have picked up more. Okay, 3rd and 13. We're going back to the bunch here, and it looks like we'll have circle open. That ball hung in the air for way too long though, and with the way our defense is playing, I do think we're gonna punt it here. Okay, so Notre Dame goes down and gets a field goal, and man, I feel like we should be able to beat this coverage deep. We're going to take the crosser. That's a dime from Petras. I would say we've got to get the running game going, but for the most part, we've been just fine without it. Oh man, though, I'm gonna make my first mistake of the season. That was just a trash read, and this is going back to the crib. Can't be making panic throws. That's how you lose. And Petras looks a little bit rattled after that one. Got to keep a level head and keep on making these easy throws, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. All right, I need some Petras magic here. We are going to get square open and pick up a big time first down. I feel like we got to try to establish the run a little bit more, and we actually hand it off to the fullback here. That's our tight end playing fullback, by the way. And for whatever reason, Notre Dame has not really adjusted to the fact that we're passing it on almost every play. We just got to keep on picking up positive yards. And oh my gosh, this play is going to go so weird, but we dump it off to the halfback. Oh man, we got to make that guy miss. Okay, 3rd and 5. I think we're going to have the tight end here. Man, our tight end has done a great job of getting separation, and that was an amazing throw under duress by Petras, as we'll have this route wide open here. Petras had to get that out quick, and Bowman catches it. A chance to take the lead headed into the 4th, but our trusty jet touch pass gets stuffed. Gotta find a way on 3rd and goal. Let's see. Okay, I'm liking the slant, and Petras finds it. Let's go. Apart from the pick 6, Petras has played beautiful today, but the Irish go right back down and score. We're gonna have to keep it moving, but look at our tight end, man, routing up a linebacker. He might be a hidden star on this team, and I think it would benefit us to run some clock here. We unfortunately haven't really been able to run all day, and on 2nd and 6, our run is going to get stuffed. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Spencer Petras is going to have to clutch up, and on 3rd and 7, he has a man wide open. I think the run kind of set that up. So here's the thing. We could just drain the clock and get the field goal. I'm not so confident in our kicker. I definitely would not connect from 50. I want to get this like down to the 20, and we are going to need this 3rd and 6. Petras is surveying the field, and Royals is going to get open. Jalen Royals has been doing it all day. Notre Dame is out of timeouts at this point, and now we definitely need to crush clock. I might be able to take this to the house, but oh no, I was trying to go down on the 1-yard line. Hopefully defense doesn't blow it. I have bad news, boys. They did indeed blow it. We're gonna need a miracle with just 10 seconds left, but oh my god, our tight end is streaking open, and he is gonna get this all the way down inside the 40. I'm not sure how much our kicker needs here, but I'm gonna go to the crosser, and the time is almost gonna run out. We call a timeout with 1 second left. Spencer Petras has delivered again. All right, I've just got to make this stupid field goal. Aim is good. Accuracy is good. We get it in. We're going to overtime against the Irish. And Notre Dame, of course, starts it out with a touchdown. Nothing can ever be easy, and we're going to start it out with a sack. All right, Petras, we need you to step up one more time. Going to go to the angle here and pick up the first down with Briggs. Petras has thrown for almost 400 yards in this game, and he's going to take the tight end seam here. Oh man, our tight end's been making plays all day. That throw was just a tad high. Looks like the Irish are going to go to some man coverage here on 2nd down, and there is nobody open. Oh dude, I should have just thrown the damn ball away. Dumb mistake by me makes this 3rd and super long, and they're going man coverage again, but once again we have Briggs Jr. coming open, and Briggs Jr. is going to get into the end zone. We take it to a 2nd overtime against Notre Dame, but unfortunately Petras is going to start out with a sack. Let's be real here, boys. We need a touchdown. I'm not trusting my defense to get this stop. Needed my wide receiver to block on that play. And now on 3rd down, I'm going to try to fit this into the tight end, but oh my god, I shouldn't have highballed it, bro. I sold. This is going to go back to the crib for Notre Dame. Briggs is trying to hawk him down, but he's not fast enough. And sadly, the upset dies with Spencer Petras' 2nd pick 6. But you certainly cannot put this on Taylor's offense, man. They did everything they needed to do today. Our receivers were really good. Dude, this tight end is legit. Royals got open a lot as well, and Hystera had the big crosser reception at the end. So losing the first game sucks, but after the bye week, boys, it has become apparent that Taylor can absolutely recruit like crazy. We're leading on a ton of guys already. Top targets include Enrique Dupree, the 94 speed deep threat wide receiver, a 94 speed cornerback in Tyler Bourgeois. I know Taylor's an offensive coach, but you never know. He could get offered the head coaching job next year. We also got Elijah Littlejohn, 92 speed and 6'2" at wide receiver, and the gem of the class, dude, Chase Kuhn, maybe the Kiki McCracken of Utah State in the future, 94 speed quarterback. Even though Taylor's not totally sure how long he's going to stick around at Utah State, he's going to give his all to recruiting. And this week we got our first road game, taking on App State in a not so crowded stadium. Spencer Petras was mostly really good in the last game, but I want to get the running game going a little bit more today. The biggest problem is our offensive line. We can't rely on the inside run. We'll have to find creative ways to get guys to the outside. And on 2nd down, Petras going to get his first completion of the day on a slant over the middle. The big thing for him is he's just got to get the ball out damn fast, and we see why here, dude. He waits just a second, and it turns into a bizarre fumble play. A terrible start for this offense. Okay, thankfully defense gets a big stop, but Petras looking just a little bit rattled in the pocket after that play for sure. He had a lot of big plays that should have built confidence against Notre Dame, but throwing the game-losing pick has got to hurt. We'll go to the run game here, and man, we do have a fast running back. Robert Briggs Jr. has potential to just be so good. He's still only a junior as well. I will say, man, after playing a little bit of Madden, the game is just so much quicker on here. You got to hit those running lanes hard. Scoreless first quarter, not usually something you want as an offensive coordinator. Just got to keep finding ways to get guys open, and we're going to Jack Hystera here, but he's not quite able to get the first down. And yeah, you already know I got to go for this. We'll try to hit him with a little verticals, but sending a drag underneath, and Royals is in the open field, getting down to the 5-yard line. Yes, sir. Royals has potential to be a star on this offense, and nobody open on this play. Spencer Petras is going to step up, and oh my god, is that Michael Vick or Spencer Petras? He's going to get into the end zone, doing a little clunky dance. We love to see some confidence from the fella. We did not see that from him in his Iowa days, but times have changed. He's in a Taylor Fitzpatrick-led offense now. It's not his fault he was shackled to Brian Ferentz for so many years, the worst offensive coordinator in the country, now we're seeing what he can really do. We'll try to keep it going here with a jet touch pass. And now this offense starting to find its rhythm, getting deep inside the red zone. And we will run for it. Once again, man, offensive line not doing a whole lot. Briggs able to pick his way for the first down, though. I tell you what, man, if Taylor leaves for another school, Briggs is a guy we maybe want to bring with in the transfer portal. On second down, we're going to go back to our trusty drags, man. With a bad offensive line, this play is almost always the move. Just got to punch it in down here on the goal line. And our backup tight end coming in at fullback and getting the carry. That's Stenzer. And defense having a great game today. These are the things that you love to see. And at this point, Spencer Petras is unconscious, man. He's completed almost every one of his passes so far, it feels like. And how about we give it to Briggs out of the backfield here? A convoy of blockers ahead of him, and he will easily get up in there. Uh-oh, fellas. This game could turn into a beatdown. Defense is getting turnovers. If we could get a touchdown here, this one is pretty much over. Why not just keep racking up the stats for Spencer Petras? But oh my god, a Superman play from the Appalachian State quarterback, never before seen. With 6 seconds left, we're going for it all. Let's see what we've got. I am going to make just about the worst read I've ever made, and we'll have to kick the field goal. Psych, we're not kicking the field goal. We're hucking this ball. You think Taylor Fitzpatrick's a wimp? We're gonna go for the corner route and hit it. Spencer Petras clutching up and Bowman getting a diving catch. How about a 28-point first half for the boys? Appalachian State trying to go for field goals, but it's too late, man. Our offense is pouring it on at this point, filled with confidence. Our wide receivers have done an excellent job of getting separation, and with just a quarter left, we got to try to run the ball here. Give Robert Briggs his due diligence. I don't know if due diligence is quite the right way to say that, but basically we're going to get him the ball, whether it's on the swing pass, whether it's on the run. Look at him cutting around and not making anybody miss at all. Who am I kidding, boys? I don't want to run the ball. I just want to throw nukes with Spencer Petras as he's going to roll out and dial up a dot on the run. Look at the big tight end. Oh, he dropped the ball. You can't drop the ball there, Lane. I should note, for whatever reason, Taylor has been put in charge of deciding whether we punt or not, and decides to go for it there. Doesn't turn out so hot. Spencer Petras has taken some hard hits in this one, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get it out of here with a dub, and trying to just rub it in App State's face. The swerve catch appears to be alive and well in this game, actually. We get up out of there with a dub. All of our 28 points came in the second quarter. Petras did his thing once again, not like incredibly efficient or anything. And man, the sacks have got to stop, dude. He had negative 55 rushing yards. Receiving wise, we spread it around. Davis had a big catch. Royals had 84 yards. Bowman's a guy we need to get involved more, man. He's 95 speed. Should be getting more than one reception on the day. Recruiting is still looking great, man. We're still leading on everyone we're going after. I am starting to dedicate some resources to going after these 4 stars that just really haven't had any schools putting points on them. So we'll see how that goes. So next up, we got a big rivalry game, man. If we want to put this team on the map, we're going to have to get an upset dub in this one. Spencer Petras would have to ball out, and starting it out with the zig route to Bowman to pick up the first down. Yes, sir. I would really love to get the running game going a little bit more today, because I don't know if our offensive line can hold up against this pass rush. And case in point, dude, I tried to go back to the zig. We would have had some posts coming open, but the boys just cannot hold it down. So it'll be a big third down already. Need enough time to be able to make a throw, and we should have the corner, but Petras can't hit it. So first drive, unfortunately, going to end in a punt. Defense at least holds Utah to a field goal. That's just about all we can ask for from them. Big time 3rd and 3 here. Let's see what we've got. We are thankfully going to have the out route wide open, but even on those quick routes, Petras is just getting whacked. Our offensive line has got to step it up and give him some time. The short game is not going to work all day. I think we got to try to get the option game cooking today. Just going to hand it off on this one, and oh man, good hole, but our wide receiver just can't block. I'm going to try going load option here on 3rd and 6. This has done us well so far this year, but man, Utah just blew it up. We're at least able to get a yard. And yeah, this is one that we just need to go for. Trying to get corner routes open. We'll have the slant coming open downfield, and Davis gets it. Let's go. Big time play from Davis. Created a ton of separation there. And going to our trusty halfback screen, Briggs will patiently navigate his blocks, and he's going to take this to the crib. We got the lead on the Utes. And hey, the stadium's kind of rocking a little bit. Defense getting a stop. And just like that, we could potentially take control of this game before half. I'm going to try to take a greedy shot here, and we have the post route open, but my god, dude, just a horrific throw from Petras. And that's going to make it 3rd and 10. I'm going to stick with our same formation, and we should have the crosser here. Bowman getting to a great space on the field and gets past a defender. Dude took a terrible angle, and Bowman will take it to the crib. I said I wanted to get him the ball more. Utah was able to get a touchdown of their own, but we're in a good spot here regardless. And look at the separation that Davis is getting. Oh man, I thought he got a foot down. I'm gonna go and challenge that. Why not? Oh yeah, he most definitely got a foot down. I was doubting myself, but it turned out to be the right decision. And not a lot of time here, but Petras Petras is going to get it out there to the drag. And man, I probably should have just gone out of bounds, trying to do a little bit too much. All good. We keep it pushing. Petras going to step up in the pocket and throw on the run this time. What a beam, bro. That time it was Jalen Royals getting to go in. Now we just got to make sure we're smart about the clock. But oh no, dude, I threw the pick. That was just stupid, man. We didn't have time. There were too many people in that spot of the field. And Utah is going to get a pick 6 before halftime. I don't know what happened. We come out of half with the lead. I think maybe we got a kick return touchdown or something. Not totally sure. We'll take it though. I was worried we were going to be out of the game. And Petras making a couple nice throws, not looking like he lost any confidence. And trying to get the run game going here. Not a lot, but look at Briggs making something happen. If Taylor sticks around for another year at this school, I'm really hoping he'll have a better offensive line for Briggs to work with. But getting him involved out of the passing game has definitely given us a boost. Gotta punch this in here. Can't just settle for a field goal, and the drag route's gonna make it 3rd and 3. All right, let's see what we got. Gonna try to get a little Texas route open, and that gets underneath all the zones. Thank you, dude. This game has flown by. That takes us to the 4th. Gonna try to punch it in with the jet touch pass, and we didn't get that block we needed to the outside, but we are able to get down to the 1. Okay, we're gonna go big here and just try the fullback dive, and we are able to get in. I don't know what the hell the D tackle was doing, and defense gotta stop. We might just do it, boys. Unfortunately, we start out with a tackle for loss. Okay, that makes me just a little bit nervous. We're gonna try to run for it again here, and oh dude, I meant to hand that off. That was almost a disaster. Okay, whatever we do here, we cannot take a safety. I'm gonna try to just pitch this out to get it, and that was risky, but Briggs Jr. is actually gonna get loose and pick up the 1st down, and Utah has no timeouts left. If dude just took a slightly better angle, we would have been screwed. Instead, I'm pretty sure we can run out the whole clock here. Math isn't really my strong suit, but yeah, as long as the sim doesn't mess it up, we should be good to go. We'll run a jet touch pass on 3rd and 2, and why not get a little bit more, man? That's gonna do it. We'll pull off a gigantic upset. Spencer Petras led us to victory, man. Bounce back from the pick 6, and dude, our defense balled out. Only giving up 13 points is huge. Taylor's first really big win as a head coach. He's doing a great job of coaching up Spencer Petras, and Robert Briggs having an impact today for sure. Also had some big catches out of the backfield, including a touchdown. Bowman was the guy today though. He had that long one. That's what really got things going for this offense. And we are slowly but surely getting these coaching upgrades done. I'm continuing to focus on wide receiver and offensive line. Schedule not getting a whole lot easier though. We're taking on 3-0 Indiana. Things are going to get easier when we get into conference play for sure. But for now, we're taking on tough opponent after tough opponent. And look at this throw from Petras. Jack Hystera coming down with a big catch to get us into Indiana territory. We were all thinking it, but I'll say it. Spencer Petras might just be the best quarterback to play the game of football when it's all said and done. There's still some progress to be made in the sack taking department for sure, but when it comes to throwing beams to the tight end, there's not a whole lot who can do it like him, man. All right, big time 4th and 3. Let's see what Spencer has got. We're going to throw it to the out route, and Royals has got it. Perfect throw from Spencer, man. Taylor has coached him into a great quarterback, but I think he's got to work on coaching up our wide receivers to block a little bit better. One really impressive thing is Petras has had to throw with a lot of anticipation. He's dealt with so much pressure in the pocket in every game that he's played so far. And gonna have a 3rd and 4 here. We'll just hit the quick slant. Estero with a couple of big catches early on. Just gotta punch it in here. We're going power O, and we actually get some nice blocking up front. Easy money on the first drive. This defense is a lot better than I expected them to be, dude. They've consistently been getting stops on good teams. We are gonna have a big 4th and 5 here, but we should have the zig. We'll fit that into Royals. Timing was perfect. Let's go take a 2-score lead, fellas. Gonna pitch it out to Royals, and he tries to make a guy miss but can't do it. I've been playing Madden where I feel like the left stick is a little bit more lethal. Still not totally used to the differences in this game, and yeah, after that one, we are gonna have to kick the field goal. Thankfully, this one's nice and short. Our kicker will knock it through, and I'll take a 10-point lead for sure. Defense just continues to get stops, man. I'm honestly amazed at how good they've been. We just gotta keep on pounding, and on 3rd and inches, not a ton of room, but Royals will easily pick it up. The crossers have just been money, dude. Petras is taking his check downs whenever he needs them, not getting too greedy at all. And I'm shocked, dude. We really haven't needed the running game against these top teams. Even though the pocket hasn't been great, the reads have just been beautiful for the most part. The one area of concern is definitely the touchdown to interception ratio. But when you throw it this much, that kind of thing happens, and Lane might have a shot. Oh man, our wide receiver got to come back and block. One of Taylor's weaknesses as an offensive coordinator might be that block and stuff. He's got to get a good specialist in there to help the boys out for sure. sure. This is 2 down territory 100%, man. Trying to go with the drag again, and dude, the drags in this game are beautiful. Indiana can't stop it, and Hystera's been coming up big lately. It was only a matter of time before Indiana got a touchdown, but the half's not over yet, dude. Spencer Petras still has time to cook, and dude, Briggs on the Texas route is actually lethal. He does such a good job of getting separation. Right now, for whatever reason, Indiana is just totally giving up the middle of the field. I think they were maybe expecting us to go with more of a corner route approach. I don't know if this Big Ten defense is all it's cracked up to be, dude. The Hoosiers are just leaving gaping holes for Petras to fill. Put literally nobody underneath here, and that's easy cash to get down to the 11. Love that we got out of bounds there too. But trying to go to the tight end, and here is the signature Petras pick. He's got to throw at least one a game. Damn it, dude. We had a chance to put this game away in the first half. And man, I didn't even realize we get it in the second. Unfortunately, we're going to start this out with a Petras sack. I got a little bit antsy there. And this drive is going to end in nothing. The boys couldn't get us protection. I think I maybe had the comeback. Damn, man, we had every chance to put this game away, but it just wasn't meant to be. We're going to have to pull out another nail biter. How about that route from Briggs? But he might as well be a receiver. Going RPO here, and Davis able to pick up the first this time. Petras up over 250 yards. But man, I'm still mad about that pick. I was in such a good rhythm and just blew it, and we're trying to roll Petras out here. Bro, I should have just thrown it away. Sometimes I try to do a little bit too much. All right, 3rd and 15. Let's see what we got. For some reason, I just got stuck on the post route. Just not good reads by me, and we take another bad hit. Tell you what though, whoever this defensive coordinator is, Taylor might want to take him along to his next job with him. Defense has been elite against good teams too, and we've needed it because offense has been struggling big time in this one. Indiana has a chance to take the lead, and man, they'll do it. I think one of the big things is we just haven't been running the ball enough. Indiana's just been able to pin their ears back and rush, and now it's kind of too late to try to establish the ground game. That one gets stuffed anyways. Okay, well here we go. We're gonna try to get it into Briggs to make this 4th and manageable, but Briggs cannot come down with it. That's a big drop. The composure is low for Petras. He's gonna have to cook here, but god damn, he's just getting his head taken off every time. This is just beyond frustrating, man. We had this game locked up in the first half through one pick, and it just ruined it. Certainly not gonna put this on Petras, man. The protection has been rough all day, and he's actually gonna make a beautiful throw here. That would have been a nice one to have on the last drive, but at this point, it will unfortunately take a miracle. We are going to get an absolutely insane catch to get down to the 1 though. I don't know if a miracle is in the books, but we're gonna make it a 1-score game. Let's see what happens on the onside kick, huh? First, we gotta hit him with a little 2-point conversion. Gonna take the slant, and we get the catch. Okay, I mean, we get an onside kick, we're winning this game, right? One time, boys, just one time. Come on, we put a little spin on it. Somebody missed picking it up. Oh man, we needed those two knuckleheads to run into each other. We completely fell apart in the 3rd quarter, had so many chances to win this game. We ended up throwing the ball 40 times with Petras, our lowest completion percentage of the year for sure. And he just got whacked today, dude. We gotta figure out some kind of fix here. A good consolation prize, man. After the L, we signed the 94 speed quarterback. We signed the 92 speed wide receiver. Taylor's first big recruiting lands. Both of these boys should be instant stars. So we come out of the non-conference schedule 2-2. Could be a lot better, but considering how hard it was, could be a lot worse as well. And now's when the real season starts. We got our first conference game, and taking on Boise State is not necessarily going to be easy at all. Our defense is going to have to try to stop Ashton Genty, and our offense got off to a decent start, but on 3rd and 2, this is going to be a disaster. Petras pitches it out, and Briggs is trying to make something happen. We'll end up making this 4th and manageable, but I think we got to kick this. I don't have a ton of trust in our kicker, but this is just going to sneak in. And hey, I mean, offense went ahead and got a stop, as we are going to have the seam shot open, but Royals can't quite hang on to it. On 3rd down, though, we'll just go with a crosser, and Bowman wide open, picking up an easy 1st down. All right, Petras has just got to finish off this drive for us. Getting it going with the zig to Royals here. Gonna go with an RPO here, and this looks like money. We get great blocking on the outside and get another one. Davis is going to the crib, and we've suddenly got a solid lead. Genty hasn't been doing anything so far, I guess. Just gotta keep the foot on the gas. I'm really not trying to have a repeat of last week. And man, it does suck that we lost that game. Not that I was expecting Taylor to go to the playoffs in year 1. And hey, you never know, we could still have a chance. I have seen plenty of weird things happen with the rankings in this game for sure. Just gotta finish off this drive, and oh man, we had a guy. Petras put it a little bit behind the receiver. As far as I'm concerned, this is 2 down territory, and we're gonna hit the delay slant. This will get us down to the 2. I'm putting my faith on the hands of the jet touch pass here. It has rarely done me wrong, and it'll work out beautifully. Great blocking, and Bowman follows it for the tutty. Colored me shocked that Boise can't seem to do anything on offense, and we had a cornerback slip there on the left side. Royals cooks him up, and Petras puts it on the money. money. We got a 4-score lead on him, man. Let's keep it cooking, dude. Petrus is humming, man. Stepping up in the pocket and finding Royals again. That was a dime under pressure. With 1 timeout left, we got to take a shot and go into the sideline. Royals comes down with it. He is having a hell of a game. One more play before halftime. I'm sorry, man. I got to go for this. Trying to get the corner route open. I'll step up with Petrus, and sadly, we can't get out of there. But still an excellent half, dude. Just got to keep it pushing, man. Petrus just had his best half of the season for sure. Trying to pick up a 3rd down here, though, and that play call was just not it, dude. I was waiting for the Texas route to come open, and it did not. The wear and tear is looking rough for Petrus at this point, but Boise State continuing to just do nothing on offense. And at this point, we should just be able to chew out the clock pretty much. Briggs is going to get some end of game touches. We'll see what he can really do when we're leaning on him, as Boise State has to know the run game's coming, but we're still getting a pretty decent push. I think Taylor is maybe a little bit more pass happy than he needs to be as an offensive coordinator. We've still been utilizing Briggs as a weapon for sure, but I don't know if he's been allowed to show his full potential yet. I would love to see him bust off a big run, but just consistently gaining yards is what we need from him. And right now, I'd say he's definitely showing he can do that in Mountain West play. I do want to get one more touchdown for my dog, Spencer Petrus, and that throw is on the money to Bowman. That will give us 30 points on the day before we get up out of here. Really solid game, as man, our defense did a lot of the work for us. Look at this quarterback stat line. Spencer Petrus balled out, probably his best game of the season, and Briggs got it going with the rush game a little bit. Good to see. Our receivers were good all around, but Royals definitely had the biggest plays in the first half. Going back to the recruiting, not a lot of change here, man. We're still leading on all of our guys. Doesn't really seem like we're at risk of losing any of them. And now we got another tough Mountain West game. If we can win this game against UNLV, Taylor and Utah State will be in a great spot to win the Mountain West. I said I wanted to get our boy Robert Briggs a little bit more involved today, but with that run, it's going to be 4th and 1. Need him to clutch up, and he'll bounce it to the outside. One of the best plays of the season for him, yes sir. Ground and pound has really not been my style on this game. The biggest reason is because it just consistently gets you to 3rd downs. We're going to have another 4th down here. I'm trying to go with the speed option, and bro, we get the crazy pitch again. I don't know where the ball is going, but that is gonna kill the drive. I guess I maybe got just a little bit too greedy there. All good. Defense holds UNLV to a field goal, and Royals is cooking on that zig route. He has been real good, man. We're gonna go with a play action here on 1st down, and Petrus getting out of the pocket on the full slide. He will playmaker a dude upfield and throw a beam. Spencer Petrus, the improviser. Gotta keep it moving here. We got another 3rd down, and this is gonna get batted around and caught by Lane, man. I love this guy. Lane is an absolute dog. And going RPO, Bowman, the fastest guy on the team, is gonna zig a guy out of his shoes. Almost got up in there for the touchdown. All right, Briggs, let's go eat here. 1st and goal from the 3, and Briggs will get in for our first touchdown of the day. This 40% full stadium is amped up. But yeah, man, UNLV's offense is kind of tough. Our own offense is gonna have to keep it pushing, and this is a good start to Davis. 2-minute drills are tough to run with crappy teams, as we just dump it off to Lane here, and I thought we weren't gonna get out of bounds, but look at Lane putting in the extra effort. Brock Lane has got to be the MVP of this game so far. Should have him, but didn't lead it inside quite enough. Ladarius Bishop swats it away. And on 2nd down, man, trying to set up the wide receiver screen. They had that red all the way. So now we got a 3rd and 14. Trying to get it back to Lane, but Petrus gets hit before he throws, and we might have to punt it here. We're going to head to halftime trailing against the Rebels. Definitely not the start that we were looking for on this one. Spencer Petrus and the offense are strolling just a little bit, and he has been under pressure all day. Gets out the completion, but still getting hit hard. All right, I want to try to chuck up a bomb here. We're going to go up top for Davis, and Davis, I thought had a step, but this is going to be a pick, and UNLV is in business, dude. We might be screwed. Yeah, 17-7. I'm going to have to lock in. Got to play action here, and Petrus trying to make some magic. Will playmaker a guy upfield and find the open man. Petrus is not playing bad at all, dude. The boy just has a little bit of trouble throwing a deep ball, but no trouble at all throwing to the tight end, man. That's his specialty for sure. Gotta finish this drive fast, but on 1st down, Petrus gets goddamn screamed at and takes a sack. All right, well, that's tough, but we're gonna stick with the bunch and find Davis here on the corner route. I normally don't spam bunch against the CPU, but we gotta do what we gotta do, and Petrus finds Royals here. Royals will get up into the end zone and put us right back in this game. And defense holding the Rebs to a field goal, but here on 3rd and 10, Petrus has no time, and no way that turns into a pick. Like, what is going on? That one might just end this game, dude. Petras is getting dunked on by the UNLV pass rush, but getting out of the pocket here and finding Davis. This is exactly what we need to do. Davis is going to take this all the way down to the 8. Need to punch this in quick, and our offensive line sucks, but somehow Briggs gets up out of there, and we might just have a shot, fellas. Oh my god, man. UNLV threw an interception. Defense might have just pulled off a miracle, and we're going to get it on the jet touch pass, getting into the end zone and potentially tying this game up. But UNLV goes right down for a touchdown. That makes things tough, and the pressure on Petras is going to make it even tougher. Need these wide receivers to make big plays, but if you want big plays, go to Jalen Royals, creating a ton of separation there. But on first down, once again, UNLV sends the dogs, and man, I just don't know how to deal with this pass rush. I was not expecting this against UNLV. It looks like we got to just keep spamming the quick corner routes. And the one thing we always have time for is the drag route. We'll get it to Royals here and keep those chains moving. Time's running low, boys. We need to keep making big plays, and Bowman is balling out today, dude, catching the crosser and getting us down to the 11. Now we've got plenty of time to make it happen. Going jet touch pass here, and this is almost eerily easy, dude. Bowman's gonna get into the end zone. There's 19 seconds still on the clock, but defense actually got to stop. Looks like we've got time for one play here. Petras is unfortunately not going to be able to make the miracle happen, and we're headed to overtime. And defense able to hold them to 3. A touchdown here is going to win us the game. We've got to go to the jet touch pass, cheese. It saved our skins all day, and Bowman going to get loose here, getting it down to the 13. All right, just got to play it smart. I'm going to get it out to the flat. This will give us another solid gain. I just do not want to get in a 4th down situation here, and we're going to hand it off to Briggs. He will fight up the middle and make it 3rd and 2. Okay, I'm going to try to sneak in an RPO. Got to stay aggressive here, and hitting the bubble, just pick up the first down. Bowman, we're down to the 1, boys. All right, just got to get it in with the fullback dive. This is going right up the middle, and our backup tight end will get the game-winning touchdown in overtime. I thought we were screwed in this game, but we get it done. We moved to 4 and 2 as Spencer Petras. Couple of picks, but 400 yards and 75% completion is nothing to laugh at. Bowman and Davis today balling out with big plays. Bowman's were mostly on the jet touch passes. Okay, well, coming off the big dub, this Utah State defense started it out with an interception or something. We're gonna start it out with a Briggs touchdown, and oh my god, he's hitting the Heisman pose again. So to recap where Taylor's head's at after last game, right? He came in with the mindset maybe we were gonna run the ball a little bit more, but it became quickly apparent that's just a less consistent way of scoring. We will continue to sling it with Spencer Petras. Now things could certainly change if we get a really good running back, but I feel like it might just be easier to build a good passing offense in this game. Receivers with speed are just shockingly plentiful, as are incredibly good scrambling quarterbacks. Even though we're not going to run it a ton today, we still are going to get Briggs involved out of the backfield, and look at the spin move, dude. He's an athlete. We got to get it to him. The RPO has been money the last few weeks, and it will continue to be. Davis strutting into the end zone nice and easy. One of these days, EA is going to take away those RPO bubbles and take away just a huge security blanket for a lot of people. Offense in this game, you just have an absurd amount of tools, to be honest. The RPOs seem to be almost impossible for the CPU to stop. Another thing that's very difficult to stop is drag routes, man. You put them all over the field and watch the boys cook, especially when you got a little bit of speed at wide receiver. As we will hand it to Briggs here, the holes just close so quick. All right, I'm going to try to make a big play here. We're going to put Briggs on a wheel. He's one-on-one. Let's just highball it to him and see what happens. Briggs answers the call, coming down with it. A short running back, Moss and the linebacker. New Mexico's offense has been lackadaisical. They were finally able to get a score, but we're looking to strike right back. Beautiful pocket on that play, and you see what happens when Spencer Petras has time. He throws goddamn darts. 26 seconds with 3 timeouts is a ton of time, and Briggs is just having himself a day out of the backfield today. We love to see it. Just got to finish it out here. The passing offense has been humming. New Mexico's defense is definitely nothing to write home about. With 10 seconds left, we got 3rd and inches, and Petras rolling out of the pocket, trying to get it to Briggs, but Briggs can't come down with it this time. And as much as I want to go for this, the field goal is definitely the smart option here. When you got a win looking at you right in the face, you got to take it. No reason to be greedy. That's only gotten us hurt. We're chewing some clock here, but that doesn't mean we can't still rack up some passing stats, man. The jet touch pass has made it possible, and Bowman has been cooking on that, dude. He's the perfect guy to have in the slot. One more before we get out of here, boys. This is a blowout, and shouts out to our defense today, man. They've been going crazy. Oh yes, Briggs just hits the Heisman pose every time he gets into the end zone. I can respect it. Okay, that'll do it. Much easier dub this time around, and this time a spotless day from Petras, man. Didn't put up crazy yards, but 73% completion, 3 touchdowns. We'll take it, as Briggs had another nice game with 2 tutties. And boys, looks like we landed a huge recruit. 2 huge recruits. We also get Enrique Dupree. Wow, Robert Briggs got offensive player of the week for that performance. I guess he had the touchdown catch. Checking out at the commits, man. Bourgeois is the 94 speed cornerback, 6'1 as well. He's going to be real good. Enrique Dupree coming in at 94 speed and 6'1. Unfortunately, we got locked out of Danny Cantwell, one of our other top targets. Now we're headed down to Wyoming. We're going to come out here shooting, boys. Going with a reverse pass. Oh my God, we have a man open, but our wide receiver cannot throw the ball that far. That's okay. We'll hunt him down. Defense go get a stop. And hey, they actually did it. This game is as good as new. We're going to bounce a run to the outside with Briggs, and oh my gosh, man, this might be close to Briggs' biggest run on the year. Certainly the biggest hole he's gotten. But we are going to have a third down here. Got to cook something up, and I have nothing, bro. I think we maybe had square coming open. Gotta say, man, I really dig Wyoming Stadium. The colors are a little bit funky, but I think I could come to love them. One thing I'm not loving is our offensive line's ability to hold pass protection for more than a second. But to be fair, that was kind of a bad call from Taylor. Way too long developing of a play, and that puts Peaches in a difficult spot for third down. We're gonna have to punt again. A 4th and 18 roughing the kicker is pretty brutal, because we're gonna go mesh here. Look at Lane sitting down and getting a nice catch. Unfortunately, we're gonna have another 3rd and long, and this time Peaches gonna try to let Bowman make a play, and he does it. They're gonna say he's short, but we're getting a little booth review here, and they give us the first down. Beautiful stuff. Gotta capitalize and punch this thing in. I know it hasn't been the prettiest first half ever, and it's not gonna get any prettier. Spencer Petras taking a +2 yard sack will make this 4th and 2, or 4th and 1, excuse me. I'm just gonna run for it. Robert Briggs should be able to get this, and powering forward, he gets stonewalled. You gotta be kidding me. Straight up, boys, we suck today. Spencer Petras has gotta hit some kind of big play or something at this point, but he only has 50 passing yards in the first half, which, given the way we play offense, is atrocious. He is going to rectify that here, though, finding Bowman, and we're gonna get down to the 16. We gotta punch this in, fellas. The offense has been big time chokers today. We'll see if that trend continues, as we're gonna go to the post and get it down to the 1. Just beautiful stuff. I didn't doubt Spencer Petras for a second, man. We were just biding our time, getting into the end zone here and taking the lead before half. Now we got the ball coming out of halftime with the momentum, but the running game continues to not be super fruitful. On 3rd down, we're gonna go with a nice and simple play, motioning out the halfback and going curls, but Petras can't make the throw, really. We're gonna have to go for this, boys. I'm gonna try a little RPO, and we get a terrible look, and this is stuck. We shouldn't have gone for it. Got ourselves on upset alert against Wyoming here. And oh my God, did I just throw a pick? I did. I actually suck, dude. It's a commonly known fact. The composure is low for Spencer Petras, man. We need a big play to save the day. And oh my God, man, Briggs is gonna get wide open. Petras might have low composure, but he still puts it on the money. Now we got a little bit of mojo back. Come on. Play action here, and I was trying to take the post, but Petras gets hit. All good, man. On 2nd down, look at Petras stepping it up in the pocket. The white Michael Vick is gonna make this 3rd and inches. Just gotta hand it to Briggs and let him power forward for this first down. And boys, we've had some serious problems down here. We've had some serious problems in general in this game, and I thought they were about to continue. Thankfully, that pitch doesn't die. Did they make speed options more risky in the update or what? I feel like I'm getting more funky pitches than ever before. And speaking of funky, Petras is gonna make it throw to the sidelines. Almost had his guy. I shouldn't have highballed that. All right, 3rd and 9. We're just going slants. I'm just gonna hit that one, and it almost turned into a pick. And guys, I don't know how many more shots we're gonna get. We've got to pick this thing up, and we've got the tight end drag coming open. All right, 1st and goal. We're handing it off, but Briggs gets slammed into the ground, and he's injured on the play. Not good, man. Our backup has a little bit of power, but nowhere near the same speed. It's gonna be 3rd and goal for the fellas. Need to make some money here, and we tried to throw it to the drag. It's not gonna work out. And damn, Briggs is out for the game, and we can't kick it here, boys. We gotta try to cook, and Petras gonna throw the in route really late. It gets picked off again. What is going on in this game, dude? This is definitely Taylor's worst as an offensive coordinator. And at this point, I'm just going to run around with Spencer Petras and playmaker. Hey, this is actually going to work out. Petras is surprisingly good at making those playmaker plays. All right, let's keep it pushing. We're going with a simple smash concept here. And Lane, can it go up and get a big catch? Yes, sir. All right, this is the drive, boys. I can just tell. We're going to throw it out to the halfback. And I don't even know who this guy is, but he's got a little bit of pop. And, ooh, I thought he got into the end zone. They're going to mark him down at the 1. Guys, we cannot mess around this time. Thankfully, we actually get a decent hole, and Faceum is finally going to give us the lead. God bless our defense, bro. They have just been cooking today, and a risky throw from Petras. We try to throw that with anticipation. I'm not even thinking about killing clock yet, man. Let's just go down and get a touchdown. But oh my God, I did not mean to throw that, dude. I was trying to throw it to triangle. Glad we did not pay for that with a pick 6 or something. Let's go safe. Let's go jet touch pass. Let's go Bowman cutting it up and getting inside the 15. 15. Okay, I believe in you, Spencer. Let's get it. We're stepping up in the pocket on the play action and making what I thought was a risky throw, but Royals comes down with it. And despite a disgusting offensive performance, it looks like we're going to pull this one out. Just need one more first down here. But oh my God, Wyoming knew that was coming. I'm going to have to kick a pressure field goal. This one is from 45. Not an easy make at all, but I think I got all of that. Come on, get in there. Let's go, dude. All right, man, that's going to do it for this one. Despite the turnovers, we end up with 24 points. Not bad. Not a good game for Petrus, but even the best have their off days. And Robert Briggs coming out of the game with an injury. I hope our boy is okay. After the dub, we got some more upgrade points. The coachability tree is slowly growing. And hey, another big commit. We get Julius Brahms after that one. I will say on this weekly advanced summary, we've got hella players who want to transfer for some reason, but headed into the bye week, I am feeling really solid about our class. Brahms is a 92 speed receiver. So through 8 games, we are sitting undefeated in conference play. Looks like we should be a shoe-in for the conference title. So bad news, boys. Very unfortunately, I forgot to properly check if my microphone was plugged in before recording these next few games. So I'm going to have to do post commentary for the last few games of the regular season here. You have no idea how mad I was when I figured this out, dude, because recording commentary for like 3 hours takes a lot out of you, and recording post commentary is even more annoying. But anyways, getting back to the action on the field. This one started out nice. Our defense wasn't perfect, but on offense, we were just throwing beams. Spencer Petrus with one of his best games of the season against a Power 5 opponent, and not a lot of drama at the end of this one. We were basically just able to kneel it out after getting a 2-score lead, as Petrus didn't have a crazy amount of yards but didn't throw any picks and had a nice completion percentage. After the dub, we signed cornerback David Book as well as tight end Patrick Van Ditchker, whoever you say that. David Book's coming in at a solid 91 speed at cornerback. He should be pretty good, and I didn't even scout Patrick, but he's a 4-star, so he should be good as well. Next up, we had a little trap game against Hawaii. Now at this point in the season, we're sitting at 7-2. The playoff hopes are not super high, but we still have Mountain West Championship fully in the picture. We have not taken a conference loss yet, and I decided to go for this 4th and 9. It was not necessarily the right decision, but Spencer Petrus, my God, man, looking like the white Michael Vick out of there. On 2nd and goal, we just hit the swing pass and got the easy touchdown. But for whatever reason, Hawaii was cooking on offense in this game. They answered with a touchdown of their own, but Spencer Petrus continued to be dialed in, and here on 2nd down, found Bowman on the corner routes. Now you'll see, man, in this last part of the season, Bowman really comes into his own. He started out this game great, but on the next drive, man, Spencer Petrus trying to step up. Turns out he's not really the white Michael Vick. And from that point on, our offense kind of struggled a little bit, man. Hawaii kept on pouring on the points. We got stopped on 4th down, and then down by 2 scores, we got stopped on 3rd down again. So on a critical 4th and 10, we went back to the corner route, but our dude Bowman was able to get separation and keep us in the game. That was like the big play that we needed. So defense got to stop at this point, right? We're just thinking, kill the clock, get this thing to overtime. And how about Briggs with a nice little swerve to pick up another huge play? We get the ball again on the flat route and hit a little spin, man. I love that flat route play. This playbook is so nice. Going back to the go-go here, we hit a little speed option, but didn't work out. So 4th and goal, game on the line, 2 seconds left. Spencer Petrus throws a beam to the slants, and we stayed alive in this game, but Hawaii started out overtime with a touchdown no matter, man. Another dot from Spencer Petrus. I'm not a go for 2 to win the game type of person, so we just took our tie. I figured I'd take my chances in overtime number 2, and we were able to get an easy touchdown with the fullback dive. And then on the 2-point conversion, we went ahead and pitched it out on the speed option for easy cash. Defense gets the stop, and we get out of there with an overtime win against Hawaii. Once again, much tougher than anticipated, but Spencer Petrus balled out. We had a better rushing day, and Bowman went absolutely crazy, man. He was National Player of the Week in that one. We got a couple of more commits after that one. David Ursula, who's like an 88 speed running back, and Sharif Caraway. Caraway's a 4-star linebacker, but we don't have him scouted, so I don't really know how good he is. As next up, we were taking on San Diego State. Potential to be another trap game, but Petrus was coming into this with confidence, man. Just hitting his check down. Our tight end has just been beautiful all season, and Petrus would make one of his best throws of the year to Bowman here. Bowman has just been going crazy. Fastest receiver on the team is always going to ball out, and defense got us a turnover, so we were right back on the goal line, and Petrus threw a beam seam over the middle to the tight end. With a 2-score lead, I was feeling frisky, decided to take a shot, and we had a dude wide open for the touchdown, but Petrus missed him. But given another chance right before the end of the second quarter, he would not miss again. And this game was looking like it had potential to be a blowout as Petrus stepped up in the pocket here, delivered another beam to our tight end. And yeah, we were cooking with gas on offense in this one. Petrus had some of his most accurate pinpoint passes of the season. And then on 4th and goal, we went with a little speed option. Defense over pursued on Petrus like crazy because he's just that big of a rushing threat. And ideally, we would just protect the lead here, but I wanted to keep dotting up with Spencer Petrus, man. We would end up kicking a field goal on that drive to seal it up. And just to put the cherry on top, before we got up out of there, Bowman had to take the end around and take it to the crib for the touchdown, continuing his dominant performances. That dub was enough to get us 3-star tight end Anthony Stratt, and we were up to number 17 in the rankings. So suddenly the playoffs seemed like a possibility. We for sure need Liberty to lose to get in though. So now it's the final game of the regular season, and this is for sure a trap game, right? On the road against a decent team, and they force a turnover to start it out. We would go down 9-0. I just wasn't expecting that. Our offense was terrible in the first half, but in the third quarter, who else comes through but Bowman on the corner route? That's kind of our go-to whenever the times get rough at this point. I'm really sad we're not going to get Bowman back for next season, and we're not going to get Spencer Petrus back either. We'll be missing out on beams like that. That one would put us back on top in this one, but Colorado State answered. All of a sudden, we had 2 minutes to put together a touchdown drive, but no fear, right? Petrus is a dog. He will find the corner route, but miss the throw on that play. And just like that, we had a 4th and 13. Season on the line, Petrus rolls out and delivers a dime, but our tight end drops it. He's been great all season, but messes up in a crucial moment. And we lost our playoff chances to Colorado State. Once again, was not expecting that. We did get a couple of commits, and it's not all bad. We head to the Mountain West Championship against Boise State. Wasn't necessarily expecting to get here in the first year. And also, we're up to the number 22 recruiting class, which is pretty solid. So, Boise State, obviously we handled them earlier in the year, but offense was pretty shaky in the last game. Hopefully Petrus can shake back in this one. Takes a sack there though. And this first drive would stall out, man. Petrus almost threw another pick there, and Boise State would start it out with a touchdown. So we had to go back to our guy Bowman, swerving a guy out and picking up a huge gain getting out to the 44. Spencer Petrus kind of looked like he had his mojo back, and our skill players were doing a nice job of getting loose and making people miss. But obviously pressure in the pocket been an issue all season, and on this one Petrus couldn't get it out. So 4th and 11, absolutely huge play, and Petrus would break a tackle getting out of the pocket. My god, man, he's looking like Michael Vick again. And our tight end, who dropped away our last game, gets the reception. That was a big momentum swinging play in this game. It's on 3rd and goal. Petrus found the halfback angle for the touchdown. And it's worth pointing out, man, our defense has been doing a great job. Only allowed 7 points against Ashton Genty, and we would come out with a little bit more fire in the second half. Petrus delivering a dime on the crosser, one of his best throws of the season, and then making an even better throw to our tight end in man coverage. Lane trying to make up for that drop in the last game. And we shouldn't hate too much, right? It was a contested catch. He's been great all season, getting another catch here. But on 3rd and 4, Petrus trying to roll out of the pocket and just doesn't have the arm strength to get that out there. So 4th and 4, we're going with a similar play, and Petrus had a man open, but once again, just can't really throw on the run. So it was up to our defense to get a stop, and we were headed to overtime again, man. Boise State kicked a field goal, so we're just thinking play it safe, right? Try to get a touchdown with the RPOs and stuff. But we went with the normally safe pitch option here on 3rd down, and it did not work out at all. We're lucky that wasn't a fumble, and we ended up having to settle for a field goal to tie it up. So getting the ball in the second overtime, we handed off. Briggs is tired as a dog. We actually worked him hard in this game, and keeping things going on offense, we hit that little tight end zig that's been great all season. On 1st and goal, Spencer Petrus needed to step up, and he did step up in the pocket. My gosh, man, look at him flying into the end zone like a beast. On the 2-point conversion, we tried to go back to the speed option, but sadly it didn't work out. I tried to get a last-second pitch up out there, but defense gets the stop. We get a dub in the Mountain West Championship game as Petrus balled out, despite the fact we couldn't get the running game going at all. So that would bring us to bowl season, where I do thankfully have live commentary for you guys for the bowl game. Sorry about the little snafu there. We somehow did not get any award winners this season, and we only had one dude on the first team Mountain West, which is surprising since we won it. Had a couple of boys on the second team, but I was a little bit disappointed to see no Spencer Petrus. All right, back to the live commentary, fellas. All right, so here we are in the bowl game. This is the point in time where I realized that my last 4-5 games did not have any commentary on them. So we're back to live commentary here. At the time of recording this, I'm incredibly frustrated and angry with myself for not checking to see if my mic was on. So it is very possible that I may crash out if something annoying happens in this game. Hopefully everything just goes smoothly. And I mean, honestly, Spencer Petras has been gunslinging on this drive, dude. He got hit as he threw there and still threw a beam on the crosser. So we just got to punch it in here, and Petras is going to step up. The big boy will rumble in for the touchdown. There we go. This is looking more like the offense we saw for most of the season. On first down here, I just want to unload a bomb, boys. We're going with a full slide to the left, and I'm going to just chuck it up to this crosser coming over top deep, and an absolutely insane catch, dude. That should have been a pick. Instead, it's a huge play for the offense. Look at Davis going up for that. That's a contender for play of the year for sure. And here on first down, Bowman just gets insane separation on the corner routes. That's about as easy of a touchdown throw as you'll get. Okay, dude, we are actually cooking Middle Tennessee. They're not even that much worse than the teams we've been playing, but for whatever reason, stuff is finally getting open. I mean, Taylor did have a lot of time to game plan for these boys, so maybe he just drew up a diabolical game plan. But I'm gonna be honest, what it looks like to me is that Spencer Petras wants to end his illustrious career with a bang, and so far he's doing just that. He has made the best throws I've seen him make all season, and right when I say that, this ball is gonna get tipped around. I thought we maybe had a touchdown to Royals, and it will be a pick. Not totally Spencer's fault though, and it's all good. We'll get right back on offense, and Petras will find Faison out of the backfield. Faison hasn't made much of an impact this year. That was honestly probably one of his nicest plays of the season, and unfortunately Petras gets flattened on first down. Middle Tennessee State is kind of starting to send the dogs, and when they send the dogs, I start playing bad. Petras' perfect day has turned into a 2-pick performance, but luckily defense is bailing us out. Running PA sneak bang here, one of my favorite plays in this playbook to be sure. If it's not apparent, I've just been running coach recommendations for a lot of the season to make sure the play call changes up. Alright, got a big 3rd and 10 here. Let's see what we got. We're gonna high-low that middle linebacker, and our big tight end will come up with the 3rd down catch. He has just been spectacular all year. Absolutely love that guy, and that is gonna take us to the 4th quarter. We've got one more 3rd down to get here. I'm trying to make it happen with Petras, and that was almost a beautiful throw. Can't quite get the feet in. We should be good if we can make this field goal though. Just gotta time it up right, and look at that. Absolutely beautiful 48-yard bomb. That should do it for this bowl game. I just want to throw one more bomb with our boy Spencer Petras. He's been beautiful this year. Sadly, this one is going to fall to the ground incomplete, but we get to 11 wins on the season, going out on a strong note for sure. Checking out the end of season stats, Spencer Petras took every snap at quarterback this season. He finished with over 4,000 yards, 67% completion percentage. I'll be sad to see him go for sure. Our running game was absolutely nothing to write home about. We didn't have anybody who averaged over 4 yards a carry, which is crazy. Receiving wise, Bowman was the dude in the slot, man. 1,200 yards. Royals and Davis were also solid, and Lane at tight end was great. So we come to the end of the season, man. At this point in time, Taylor has a few job offers to be a head coach at different places, and some other spots have opened up. These are all head coach openings for the most part. So you guys will have to let me know what to do, and I will see you boys in the next episode. Have a good one. Peace.